respond to the debate and to conclude the debate.
Thank you, Chairman. Delegates, I welcome the opportunity to respond to the motions presented here today. The Department has recently been renamed by the Government as Tourism, Culture and Sport. As usual, it seems that this is as much innovation and interest that this out of ideas, out of energy and out of time government can muster for these vital areas. Since 1997, the Department in its various different forms has been considered the Ministry for Fun, the best place to organise a junket from, or the Department of Demotion. Frankly, I find this kind of disrespect and arrogance insulting to the areas that this ministry is supposed to represent, but no surprise from a party that has come to view power not as a privilege, but as a right bestowed on them because Haughey and Ahern ordained it so. Tourism, culture and sport are fundamental to the very core of our identity and are deeply interlinked. Parishes and villages oftentimes define themselves based on their local GAA team. Provinces can define themselves by their rugby, such as last weekend in the sports ground. Our artistic heritage is vested in the stony grey soil, the bee-loud glade, or the still waters running deep along the embankment walls of our countryside. Global perception of Ireland is manifestly affected by our artistic and sporting output. Tourism provides more jobs than agriculture or financial services, and it does so in some of the most remote areas of the country, where the stark beauty of our countryside is brought into sharp focus, such as Inishboffin, Clonmacnoise or Beara. Sport and culture attract hundreds of thousands of foreign visitors into the country annually. I welcome the Government's decision to retain the Department, albeit with an unnecessary rebranding. I welcome Mary Hanifin to the Department, and I do hope that she might inject some much-needed initiative into the area. The initial signs, however, are not particularly good. The Minister seems happy to hide behind the various semi-state bodies and the cross-cutting nature of the Department and not to get stuck into the serious problems. The Horse and Greyhound Fund has been transferred to agriculture, but there is nothing to stop the Minister from championing Labour's proposals around the Cabinet table. As the speakers have stated, the Labour Party has offered a solution in our document called Raising the Stakes, which provides a secure financial footing for the horse and greyhound industries on a long-term, substantial basis without the need for direct exchequer funding to be taken from schools or hospitals to support that industry. Our proposal means that every bookmaking operation, regardless of whether it's on the main street, over the phone or on the internet, will pay the same betting levy, which will be used to support the industries as well as other sports, and will offer funding to organisations that deal with people with gambling problems. As the former Indian Prime Minister Nehru remarked, culture is the widening of the mind and of the spirit. Culture and the arts permeate every facet of Irish life, from a small festival in Belmullet to the Senior Citizens Arts Group in Crumlin, the Music Festival in Tullamore, to a literary pub crawl in Dublin. The artist's tax exemption was first introduced in the 1960s as a means of assisting new and struggling artists. The scheme was never intended to allow a former Taoiseach to claim tax relief, no matter how inventive his memoirs were. It was never meant to allow mega rock groups to write off their taxes while offering citizens in government advice on how to save the world. It was designed to help the newly qualified artists from places such as the National Council for Art and Design in my own constituency, or struggling artists up and down the country. What the Labour Party proposes is that the artist tax exemption should be capped at $50,000 a year, but, as Ivana has said, and to support Alma, with the capacity to spread income over a period of years in recognition that some artists may only secure an income once every couple of years. This will ensure that the tax relief is there for those who deserve it, not for those with the best accountants. Delegates, the Labour Party cares about tourism, culture and sport. We will shortly launch our tourism policy, and this will be followed by our documents on sport and culture. In each case, we will show that the Labour Party values these areas. We have new ideas that can be implemented without breaking the bank and without following the same tired old routes worn down by Fianna Fáil and the Green Party. Delegates, a vote for Labour is a vote for tourism, culture and sport. I commend these motions to the conference. Thank you.